Trump, Christians, mud. That's the order of things affecting gay people.
And what are you living in where performing live is some sort of like rarity?
That I would just get rid of him. I know that's awful. Okay, let's stop bitching. Hello, welcome to a gay and a non-gay. Leave that in.
Well, we weren't bitching, just for the record.
Welcome to a gay and a non-gay. I'm James Barr. I'm gay.
Yes, I'm Dan, and I am non-gay.
He is Dan Hudson, and he is non-gay.
Yeah.
Whee. So we open every episode of a gay and a non-gay with a question from your community, the non-gay community.
Yeah, in a feature called Things Non-Gays Can't Say.
Well, let them speak, Dan.
Yes, this one comes from Steve. What is it with gay people and failed pop stars? They literally can't get enough, a whole lineup of them, and you lose your minds.
Yeah. I mean,
what is that about?
This is very fresh for me because at the time of recording, I have just been to Mighty Hoopla, and I am literally the most hungover I've ever been in my life.
Right.
I was wearing sunglasses until a couple of seconds ago.
Right.
I think I might put them back on.
Right.
And it was a whole festival of flop stars.
Yeah.
I've had a hard life, Dan, okay?
Yeah.
I've had a very difficult life. Being gay, you're on edge all the time. You know, you think people are coming for you even when they're not, and then a lot of the time they are.
Yeah.
You know, abuse, like sexuality, coming out. It's all like a lot. And because we've come from that place, gay people, I think we attach ourselves to quote unquote failed pop stars because they've had a similar trajectory. I feel like they've had to stand up to so much and we resonate with that as a community.
Yeah.
They're heroes, they're icons. It's like Britney, right? Britney.
But she's not a failed pop star, is she?
Well,
she's not objectively.
But I mean, anyone's a failed pop star after they stop being a pop star.
Well, Britney Spears is an active recording
I mean, she's not
artist,
really releasing songs right now.
Well, not right now.
She's just dancing in her living room on Instagram.
Yeah, but she's like she is like an active recording artist.
I think you could probably. Well, okay, fine. So you're saying I shouldn't have called her a failed pop star, but
I was just questioning. Well, because that's someone I can understand.
Well, I don't like the wording of this. I didn't say failed pop star. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the people on the Mighty Hoopla lineup were failed pop stars, and I don't think Britney is a failed pop star. But I'm saying people like that, right? They've had this hero art. What are you googling?
I'm just looking at
anyway,
the objective amount of like failed pop stars on the Mighty Hoopla lineup. I mean, there's a lot of people I don't even know. But like
who?
Rosala, obviously I know who that is, but she's got one song, right, from the 80s. So that's a bit bizarre. Like Shaznay Lewis from All Saints.
Amazing. New album is really good. I went to see her at the Jazz Cafe recently.
Okay, well, that's great.
I don't think you're a music fan, Dan.
Yeah, well, whether you think that or not, I don't care.
Think you are.
I mean, Barry Oakey is here, which
What is that?
It's Barry from EastEnders doing karaoke.
Oh, great.
So
that's cool.
I mean, the idea that that's 4 stages down is silly. Anyway, I saw you tweet
Countess Luann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know who that is.
She's from Real Housewives and an icon.
You tweeted words to the effect of, finally someone singing.
Yeah. She was singing live. She was doing vocals. She was doing choreo. I mean, it was a real performance. She's a star.
What world are we living in? What world are you living in where performing live is some sort of like rarity? Because that's crazy.
What do you mean?
That's crazy.
No, everyone was singing live at the festival, but I just meant like, look at her go.
Okay, so where is it that people aren't singing live for that to be a rarity?
I think you're probably missing the subtext of that tweet, which is that she's not really a singer. She's just like doing it. She's just out there doing her best, and everyone loves her for that.
And she's some woman from what? The Real Housewives of
Real Housewives of New York.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's okay. I mean, I respect that.
She's cool. I actually never saw the Housewives. I just heard her music on Spotify one day. It came up on Discover.
Okay. All right.
My Discover is great, by the way. I'd love to give you my Discover for half an hour. You would probably kill yourself.
Well, maybe. I mean, probably likewise.
I think you. Do you know what? So my friend Catherine messaged me. She went to Mighty Hoopla.
Right.
And she messaged me and she was like, look, I know it's not Pride, because it isn't, but it is a queer festival. And she was like, and you probably realize this already, but I honestly have never felt safer in my whole life. And I didn't realize how unsafe I felt everywhere, literally everywhere else.
Yeah.
Because there are no straight white men at this festival. Not really.
Right.
And so she wasn't being objectified. She wasn't being eyed up. Like, no one made her feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She had her belongings with her. She felt safe, like, all the time.
Yeah,
she was like, wow, I could breathe. It's the first time I felt like I could breathe.
Yeah.
That is so upsetting. It's beautiful, obviously, and that's how everyone should feel at Pride.
Yeah.
But isn't that so sad? And that's why I always say, like, I think straight women should be part of Pride. Like, add them to the flag because you deserve to be with us. You also suffer so much at the hands of straight men. And obviously, I don't mean all straight women because, you know, some of them are a bit turfy. But the ones that aren't, jump on board.
That's amazing. Like,
but don't you wish you had that?
Wish I had what?
Some of that.
Some of what?
Some of that joy.
I do get that joy from other festivals that play other music.
Right. I don't know if you do, though. It's not the same, is it? It's not everyone holding hands and make it. I mean, I made out with like 5 guys yesterday.
Right.
Literally.
But I don't know what.
I don't remember half of them, but like it was great. Which it's just, it was just free.
Yeah.
Don't you wish you were free?
But I am free. But I don't want to do it with the soundtrack of somebody from Real Housewives of Atlanta, who it's amazing because she's singing live. Like
New York.
Wherever. That doesn't.
Well, Dan, chic c'est la vie.
But
and in the words of Countess Luann, money can't buy you class.
Wow. The other thing about that I can't get my head around is people would not stop moaning about the mud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan messaged me like a week before this.
Well, I just think
being like, why is everyone moaning about mud?
It's like it's a festival in the UK in the summer. It's going to be muddy.
No.
Yes.
We're gays, Dan.
Yeah, but that's
we don't own walking boots.
Well, we
don't own wellies. Okay.
Well, you do.
I do actually, because I went to a straight festival with you and I had to buy some. So
you say that, but you were the only person on the whole site that was wearing wellies.
Well, yes, but I had to be prepared because I knew what festivals were like because of this terrible mud shit.
But why do all these other gays not know that then?
Because we don't do mud, babes. Well, what are you missing?
No, what are you missing?
No, I don't understand your grievance here.
It's a festival. Well, because it's a festival, it's outdoors, it's in the UK, it's in the summer, it's going to be muddy. So the idea that that's some sort of revelation to anyone is crazy. But secondly, just deal with it or don't go. Like, as we have to do a download every year.
Gross.
But
we don't like being muddy.
Nobody likes being muddy, but it just is what it is.
Yes, you do. You love being muddy.
No, I don't.
Straight people always love it.
No, I don't.
You do, jumping around in it. Like,
yeah, because once you're muddy, what else are you going to do?
Oh, gross. Go home. Get it off me.
Yeah, I mean, you do go home at the end of the night.
It's horrendous.
But yeah, I know, but it's just...
I won't go to a festival if there's mud.
Okay, well, don't go there.
I just don't go.
Don't go there.
But this festival did an amazing job. They like covered all of the mud in I don't know what, tarpaul or something, some sheet thing, and then like threw wood chip on it. It was literally like Center Parks. It was like being on a bridle trail.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I haven't thought of that word for a long time. It was lovely, and the smell of the wood chip. It was so cool. Yeah. I literally had the best time.
It's good that Lambeth or whatever council has their shit in gear.
Mighty Hoopla did that.
Okay, well that is good.
Really good. They did such a sick job. It was amazing. There wasn't one bit of mud actually. I could have worn trainers.
Right. Okay.
I could have worn literally like Uggs and been fine.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what you're. I don't know. Yeah. Why do you want us to stop moaning about mud?
Because it is mud. It's because it's just annoying. You just deal with it. It's mud. It's the UK. It's muddy. As I said, it's summer. It's festivals. We have to pull up with it at Download and Glastonbury, and God knows where else. I was at Slam Dunk Festival the other week, and it was insane. Mud everywhere. Obviously, people moan a little bit, but I
don't give a shit, Dan.
People just deal with it.
We have had. We have to deal with so much shit in our lives. Okay, people literally throw shit at us, spit at us in the street.
To the list,
politicians like dragging our asses all the time, using us as like, a weapon in their latest political game, and I'm sorry, but mud probably is at the top of that list. Christians, mud. Right. Trump, Christians, mud. That's the order of things affecting gay people.
Well, anyway, at least Mighty Hoopla is over now. So
J.K. Rowling. I would actually say mud is worse than J.K. Rowling.
Okay, well,
I'm going to say that, yeah.
The mud is gone now.
The mud is worse than transphobe J.K. Rowling.
Okay, so when...
I would rather.
Okay,
I would rather sit on J.K. Rowling's face than sit in a muddy field.
We get the point. I would rather not hear people moaning about mud for another year, and thankfully that may be the case.
Well, not really, because we've got a lot of Pride months coming up.
Yeah, but they don't really attract.
No, they're normally in car parks though.
Right. Yeah.
So, it's time for Fagony Aunts.
Yeah.
Let me read you today's message. Hello. I'm a 28-year-old gay man and have been dating someone new who isn't out to his family and only to a few friends. I've been out since I was 20. Now, I know everyone's journey is different, but I'm struggling with the secrecy that's now part of my life again. This guy isn't ready to come out, but it's creating tension because I feel like I'm hiding part of myself and I need my openness and authenticity back. How do I support him while honoring my own needs? Is it unreasonable to want a relationship where both of us are out?
Quite a logistical headache, this, isn't it?
In what way?
So if you're gay and you're out and you're dating some bloke who is gay and not out, that's quite a logistical headache, right?
I mean, that's one way of wording it. What
Well,
do you mean, like
for a start,
headache?
for a start, he actually can't be that out, can he? Because, well, say I'm a gay bloke and I'm introducing a person as what my friend, and he keeps turning up to everything.
Yeah.
Then he's being outed anyway, right?
Like if you're with your boyfriend and you introduce him as your boyfriend.
If he's your boyfriend but you're introducing him as your friend,
Yeah.
I think other people are going to they're going to work out the difference there.
I guess so.
Right.
I mean, I guess it sounds more like it's about families knowing than it is about like hanging out for brunch or whatever.
Right.
Sounds more like it's about his family not knowing, right?
Yeah.
Like the logistics of what you just said wouldn't happen because you'd just be like, if you're with your gay friends and they know you're gay,
yeah,
and then that he wouldn't need to not be out, right?
Right.
People are selectively still in the closet. Did you not know that? Like you can come out when you're in a gay bar and still be in the closet.
Yeah.
Like with your family. So certain people know you're gay.
Yeah.
Certain people won't. Like I know people who don't tell their work, for example.
No, I understand that. I don't know really.
I think my take on it is that I would just get rid of him. I know that's awful, but I don't know. I've spent so much time doing work on myself. I couldn't be with someone that's not out. I have sympathy for them and I'd support them and I'd be their friend, but I couldn't fall in love with them. I'd have to stop myself from falling in love with them because it would just be too much to deal with. Like I just don't want that in my life. And I know that's super harsh and probably a lot of people will judge me for it. But honestly, I think you're the most important person in your life. And if you're feeling like you're not authentic anymore, like you're being dragged down.
Yeah.
So that's not okay. Even if you love the person, you've got to look after yourself first. Your needs are more important and that will hurt you long term. So I probably would I would probably not choose to go out with someone that wasn't out.
Okay.
Unless they were like so cool with it and they were just like, oh, I don't care about my parents. Like, you know, but if they had a hold over him and it was like a whole thing, I think I would really struggle with that.
Yeah.
So I would just choose myself.
I guess there's certain cultures where like there's such an emphasis on the family.
Yeah.
Family unit.
Exactly.
That
I think it would be too difficult for me. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered with all that.
Yeah.
That's not advice though, is it really?
But what is crazy is people that are from those families where like the family is everything cannot understand other setups. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the other thing is too, it's like, I think a relationship is about growing together. Okay. I do think that. And I think that like two people should go on a journey together, right? That's what a relationship is for.
Yeah.
And you see where you get to with it. And so, yes, it's important to be supportive if your partner isn't out. But also, why is your partner not coming out? Like, why are they doing that to you? And I know that's weird to say that because it's like it's their family. Like, but you're meant to be their family too if you're going out with them. So why aren't they prioritizing you and how you feel and your relationship? They're not. They're prioritizing their own shame.
Well, it depends how.
I know that's how I see it. I know that might be wrong, and you might disagree with me.
It depends how early it is, though. Like, if you're several years into it, but if you're a few weeks in,
well, yeah, that is completely true.
then you're like, do I need to create this insane shitstorm?
Right.
Like,
yeah, agreed. I think you're right there. If it was like years into it, I'd be like, but the thing is, you could get to that point because how long have they been gay and how long have they not been telling their parents for? Like, you're not going to change them.
Yeah.
So why haven't they already come out? How long is that going to take?
Because possibly they've had a string of relationships or whatever that have been short-lived for whatever reason, and they've gone, it's not worth creating this shitstorm until it's serious or whatever.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think that's
maybe. I guess every situation is different. If they explained that to me, I'd probably fall in love with them and forget everything I just said, and then in about 6 months be like, Dan, could you delete that episode we did where I was really mean? I mean, is my opinion really horrible? It's okay if it is.
No, I mean, it's possibly a bit naive. Like,
what do you mean?
Because there's some families where that is going to create such a...
I know, but I can only give advice based on what's been written. And they said they feel like their authenticity is gone. Yeah. That's so heartbreaking. Fuck that guy. Your authenticity is more important. If you're not bothered by it and it's cool, like it doesn't affect you, great. Yeah. Stay there, live your best life. Who cares whether they're out or not? But if you feel like that, oh my God, get out. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's my advice. Okay. I hope that's cleared that up and I don't seem like a horrible person.
All right, well, keep them coming in.
And if I do, please just DM me all your hate because I love that.
All right, well, keep them coming in.
And thank you for listening to our podcast today. Please follow us, chat to us, bitch to us. We are at Gay NonGay on Instagram, TikTok, and you can subscribe on Spotify and YouTube.
Yes.
Goodbye.